grip and stance. Very important fundamentals. We're going to go straight into it, see the difference between gripping it properly and just being slightly off. The big difference that can make. Let's get right into it. You're here for one reason only. You want to get good. Thank your stars, or thank the person that sent you this video or this link to this video about grip and stance. Now, a lot of people get it wrong. They end up making a lot of mistakes with the grip. It's really a very important part of fundamentals. I'm not saying that there's a perfect grip. I'm just saying there is a grip that is going to improve shots on target, the speed in between the shots. I'm going to show you the right way, in my opinion. So the first thing is, a lot of people will grab it wrong, and wrong means there's gap between the beaver tail and the webbing of your hand. We don't want any gap there. We want to get up as high as possible there, and we want to get the bottom of our middle finger up onto the trigger guard there. That's the first thing. Okay, now where your thumb is in relation is not really that big of a difference. All of us have different hand sizes, but if you've got that right and you've got that right, it's most likely right. Now, very important is your support hand. Okay, this hand doesn't really grip the gun that much, to be honest with you. A lot of people think you need to like strangle it, but this one is basically just going to get it out of the holster, manipulate the trigger, the magazine release, and the slide release. That's what this hand's job is. So none of this pulling back with this one, pushing in with that one. We're just focusing on our hands, and we're focusing on getting as much meat on the gun as possible. Now we're going to do that by taking the bottom piece of our index finger, pushing it up onto the trigger guard. There's a reason why these undercuts are there. We're pushing up with the bottom of our index finger, and then this part of my hand, I want to get as much meat on the gun as possible. Now, as you can see, this is the MC9L. It's a very small pistol. It's the same grip applies for every single pistol. Try and vice that thing down. Crunch down with this hand, with your support hand. But be careful. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll either grip it like this, and I'll show you the difference. It makes a massive difference if you grip it right or wrong. And other people, their thumb will start riding up and actually pushing onto the slide. If your thumb pushes onto the slide, you're actually going to slow the whole process down. You're going to slow the slide down, coming backwards and also going back forward. What that might end up looking like is it'll be out of battery. It's not all the way forward. So now when you pull the trigger, you'll see the slide go forward, and you'll think it'll be a soft strike, but it's actually just because this thumb was in the way. You might think, yeah, it's a jam, it's the gun, it's the ammo. No, it's your thumb pushing up against the slide. So if you get it right, you'll shoot it right. So grip it up there, get as much meat on the gun. Do you see how much meat, how much palm I've got on the grip of the pistol? Now with my right thumb, I can actually push down on my thumb like this, or just get them out of the way. We don't need these thumbs for the grip that we've got now. So let me show you the right way. What a big difference it makes for recoil, for felt recoil, and I'll show you the wrong way. But just to get into stance, there's none of this, none of that. You can practice all of those different stances. Ideally, you want to be in a stance where you are ready to take off, where you're ready to well, just stand naturally. Most of your center mass is a little bit more forward, so I'm just going to focus on moving my hands. I don't want to put any strain on my shoulders, get my head down and put strain on my neck, like turtle it. None of this. You're just thinking center mass a little bit forward. If you're starting out, bums out, that's also a good idea, or just getting that center mass a little bit more forward. And just punching out with your hands. We're not doing anything fancy. We see something's wrong, or we see a target right in front of us, we just want to get our hands out. That's all we want to do. So I do urge you to practice in an odd position, because you might be, you know, from behind cover or from behind concealment. So do practice standing in different ways. But what's going to matter the most is just that grip. If your grip's right, the rest is going to be a lot easier. So let's go into the right way and the wrong way. All right, so let me go wrong. So wrong as in there's space there, my finger is not on the bottom of the trigger guard, and I'm sort of just cup and saucering like they do in the old 80s movies. You see, even the gun jammed because I'm not gripping it right. I'm not allowing the slide to reciprocate the way it's supposed to. So do you notice now? It's out of battery. So if I pull the trigger now, it's not going to fire. Okay, it will fire. But in most cases, if it's out of battery like this, it'll just go forward like that. All right. And then you'll think, oh, it's a soft strike. It didn't even hit the primer, because, yeah, you didn't grip it properly. So the other way is, let me show you what happens when you put your thumb on the slide. All right. Notice, again, it's out of battery. And now if I pull the trigger again, dead trigger. And what do? We immediately blame the gun, we blame the ammunition. No, it's as simple as just gripping it right. So if this were to happen to you, you'll see on the chamber indicator, it's still loaded. So you can either just rack this round out, or you can bump it back into battery. Now with the right grip, you'll see a lot more recoil management. You'll see the gun functions flawlessly. So that's just the way it's supposed to be done. Grip it right, and then the rest will be so much easier. We've got a lot of videos on sight acquisition, target transitions, drills, trigger pull, a whole bunch of stuff out there. Go check us out on Canik Africa on YouTube, on Instagram. If you want more tips like this, it's really going to improve your game. You're going to get good. I'll see you guys on the next one.